consequences. But I'm out there hit a lick, I'm asking God forgiveness. Lord forgive me, please Lord forgive me. But I'm going for it like I'm 4th and inches. Bought some triggers, bought some killers, even bought some tripping. I'm doing jail time if I get more specific. Up the pistol, yeah, it's all hell to Jesus. All hell gon' break loose if y'all don't give up the chicken. I don't fuck up a mission, I don't need your permission. I only let you out this bitch alive on one condition.
Yo. You know what it is, man. I'm messing up early. You know what I'm saying? Grabbing shit, touching shit. You know what I'm saying? But y'all know what it is, man. It's your boy Geechi Gotti, man. We live, direct, in the building. Conference call, man. You know what I'm saying? The CNC show with my two dope co-hosts, man. We keeps it non-biased, keep it all the way real. This probably gonna be the most raw, uncut battle rap show you're gonna get on YouTube. You feel me?
That's right.
Salute to everybody else doing their thing, and we see a lot of y'all doing y'all thing. But right here, we ain't compromised. You know what I'm saying? As they like to say, man. Yeah. We talking our shit, man. But you know what it is, man. It's your boy Geechi Gotti, man. It's the conference call, man, with my two co-hosts in the building.
Facts, man. We in the building. The only reason we exist is because the realness had to be here. Once we said on the conference call, that means the bosses have spoken. It's a done deal. Champion, use this. Matter of fact,
Ooh.
you want to know who won for a fact? Just come here. It's the facts here.
Facts here.
No other opinions.
Let's
man.
go, Jay Black. You have to come sit down right here one
Let's
day.
get
homie.
to it.
Get to it. You know what I'm saying?
I don't got a long intro or nothing like that. What's going on, everybody? Ethan from The Riot, no studioing. Follow me on Twitter at TakeAChansky. Let's talk about it, man. Let's get into
talk
it.
about it, man. First and foremost, today was Kings versus Queens 4. It's the 4th installment. You remember the first one was main evented by 40 and Sue Surf.
Yep.
The next one was main evented by, was it Tay-Rock and Official? This one, the third one, me and Jazz, and then this one was main evented by Miss Hustle and Tay-Rock on his 50th battle.
Shout out Rock, man.
I think on paper, a lot of people thought this was the best Kings versus Queens. What I was hearing, like when it first, on paper, because you got Jazz and Clips, a highly anticipated superstar battle. Rock versus Hustle, super grudge match of all time. Been wanting to see it. You got the return of Coffee, ain't been battling in a year or so, versus Twerk, who been in his bag as of late, ain't been stumbling, ain't been slipping, been seeing the best Twerk. Shuni and Suge, the two bullies, the female bully, the male bully. KCJ, the face. Versus DNA, the legend.
Donuts in the building.
We got donuts in the building. Yeah.
Shout out, what's that, Randy's?
Yeah. Randy's in the building.
OG spot in
Come
Cali,
on, man. Yeah, look at us. We're going on at the conference call. You know what I'm saying? But
the bosses get the donuts,
come on, man. Y'all ever seen Avo bring somebody donuts? It only happens here, man. You can't get that nowhere else, man. But, yeah, so on paper, a lot of people was rocking with it. I, for one, after watching it, because I did get to see the event, I trolled some people online, told them I caught the battles late just to talk shit, but I actually seen it from top to bottom, watched the whole event. I was unlocked. You know what I'm saying? You had to be unlocked.
Yep.
Unlocked
You
had to be unlocked in order to see this, and I was one of the unlocked ones, and I seen the event from top to bottom. We going to run through it. They seen it from top to bottom. We going to run through it, so we ain't just giving y'all some secondhand information. We actually went through this joint. Let's start off with battle number 1, Shuni versus Shotgun Suge, man. How y'all felt about that one? I'm going to get it thrown at you.
I feel like that was like battle of the night, excuse me. Performance of the night, Shuni.
Okay.
I give her as for like probably the most highlight reel worthy clips and stuff like that. Most moments, cleanest overall, like 3 flawless rounds. You can score, almost 100 out of 100 if you wanted to, you know what I'm saying? So I give her, performance of the night. Suge wasn't bad. I know he had that stumble in the first, or just a short, I don't even know if it's a stumble or if he was just waiting for the crowd to kind of catch up with a reaction or not. I know he does that sometimes, but either way, a little mistake in the first felt like it cost him early, man. These caffeine chats are brutal. You know what I'm saying? I see it all the time. I was watching it with the chat on, and I'm like, man, he had one stumble.
One stumble is over with. One stumble, it's over.
Now one. down the line, that's it. I'm like, fuck, man, okay. But either way, even without it, I feel like Shuni took the first. And Suge fought back in the second. I feel like maybe the most debatable round was the second round.
Yep.
But again, Shuni was just showing levels. She's shown that she's really learned as far as all the years that she's put into it. It all kind of culminated, in this big battle for her. A battle of the bullies. And I feel like she was bullying the whole time. She was firmly in control the entire battle.
Yeah.
Nah, big facts. I agree with that. From what I seen, and I'm gonna call it a spade a spade. I think it wasn't a slight stumble. It was more of a choppy round.
Yeah.
The whole first just seemed like either he was rushing through it and stumbling over words and having to it wasn't messing up the line, but it was messing up the momentum to where it just seemed like he wasn't.
Cadence was off.
Yeah, like the delivery. So when the line was coming, it was like, damn, man, it threw us off as a listener for that first. And I feel like her first, like I said, was flawless, man. She came out the gate, she took control, snatched the mic, like, yo, I'm going first, you know what I'm saying? Took the energy, and she had a dope first round. It was a beatable first round, though. Like, after she rapped, I'm like, oh, damn, might be a long night for Shuni, you know what I'm saying? But then Suge, like, choppy first round, wasn't some of his best material. Like, he had moments in that first round, like he always do, he Suge, but it was a lot of just, shoot throughout the battle. I think that kind of just got redundant, you know what I'm saying? And I think, that kind of cost him in that first. For me, when you get into the second round, more the same. I personally actually had him winning the second, though. I didn't get him getting 30. I think the second round was a little bit better from him, and she had like a moment where she kind of stumbled up just a little bit, where she stopped a little second and got it back, but it was not noticeable. But it was like his second was cleaner, and then the third, she got him up out of there. So I feel like her third was way levels above his third, and that's why a lot of people got it being 30. I think it was still a 2-1 clear. Second round going to Suge, I felt like the Jimmy had bar from her was the bar of the battle.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the one I tweeted.
That was the bar of the battle.
Crazy.
You know what I'm saying? She lit up, and she lit him up with that one. She was going crazy. She was looking good up there as far as her movements, her delivery, everything was pretty smooth. Suge, he was interested in the battle, no excuses, but I don't know. It just didn't seem like he was bully Suge and really being the Suge we was expecting in that battle, more in her face, more intense. You know what I'm saying? Like, we was looking for the super duper dunk on her, the wild moment of just like, knock her down, make her fall, go crazy, bump her a little more, like get a little more aggressive on her. I feel like we wasn't getting that, you know what I'm saying, fully all the way that battle, you know what I mean?
Hey, you know what he even said after the battle? You can hear him if you listen close. He was talking to Fonz. And he like, man, don't get it twisted. That was a female. Like, this a female. And that's the problem.
Yeah.
Don't come here thinking that you can take it light on these women. You got to go in here. You got to stump a mud hole in them just like you would do anybody else, because they will put you on a shirt. Exactly. And that's what happened. Just not for me to even go in depth. I think y'all hit the nail right on the head.
Yeah.
I hope we need to come up with a term here for when a woman get a 3-0.
Yeah.
And I think she did get a 3-0. I just think she edged every round.
Facts.
Shuni is really smart, and what I can't say that I didn't hear you guys touch on, she's meticulous. She was stumbling a bit too, but she did to grab the water. She did to let me say it back. That y'all not hearing me. I heard you, and I know what was happening, but veteran move. It's something I expect Suge to do. She's smart, and she learned, like, okay, I know when I'll probably trip up and I can see these coming. Slow down, pace myself, take the water break. Veteran move. I think she had the performance of the night.
Real fair move.
Performance of the night.
Story of this battle, if y'all paying attention to Twitter, Easy to Block Captain immediately tweets, Suge battle not happening. Basically on some, Shuni killed him, there's no reason to battle me. Yeah, Suge goes in on some, hey, man, whatever, I ain't chasing nobody that need a YouTube drop. I'm this, I'm that. Is that a battle y'all want? Do y'all still want Easy and Suge? Did this battle take that Easy matchup away from y'all? Like, is it like,
I don't think so. I mean, like, Suge's the gatekeeper.
Yeah, for sure.
Suge, that's like his role.
That's his role.
On
got to pass by Suge.
That's always been.
You want to get it all the way in the game? Get by Suge real quick. Suge at the gate, he waiting.
Of all the veterans out there and stuff like that, Suge is one of the, most of the time he's the most consistent. One of the most, at least what you're going to get as far as performance. If you can't handle Suge bumping you a little bit and stuff like that, if you can't handle a slam dunk, if you can't handle a pocket check,
you're not ready for this.
Smack is not for you. You know what I'm saying? So we've seen him do that. We've seen him do it with countless up-and-coming dudes. And if you want to be on Smack, then you got to battle Suge. So I think the Easy battle has to happen. Is it going to happen on URL? Is kind of the question.
Did Easy
stuff like
skip that though? Did he skip the gate?
Honestly,
did he
I was
go
just
around
about
the
to
gate?
say-
Did he find another way in the building? Did he go through the back gate?
I was about to say, yeah, like Suge, I don't think he level 1 security. He probably not the nigga at your door armed, but he probably in the booth. And I think Easy already passed that. He got the gate code. He passed the gate. And I think he's already had competition beyond Suge. He's still in front of Calico. He's still in front of Goods. He's still in front of A-Verb. He's still in front of Hitman. He doesn't need a Suge battle. Suge needs it more than Easy does, especially after this performance. Suge was on his way. We thought he was in a different bag, and people slip up. You have bad games.
Yeah.
But like we said at the beginning, when he had that first stumble, it's kind of like when you're playing basketball and you shoot it and you know it's off. You're like, damn, it's short. You say it before it even go.
Yeah.
He had one of them nights.
Yeah.
Like he just couldn't find the rhythm.
Yeah.
And he fell off.
But
So
see, I don't
let's
think
go.
that robs him of that of a battle with Easy and stuff like that. Again, you got to get your hand stamped and stuff like that. And just because security misses you in the gate doesn't mean they won't catch up with you later on and stuff.
Okay, I like
I'm
that.
in-
So
I'm
I
in a
like
party.
that. I hear you though.
I like
hear you,
that.
though.
I like
hear you,
that.
though.
I do like the
hear you.
rebuttal, but I got a
I
double
hear you.
rebuttal.
Okay, let's
Because
go.
if I'm in a party, there ain't no way you can come try to charge me if I'm already in here. I'm already on the dance floor grooving.
Okay.
Yeah, I ain't got a wristband.
Okay.
That's your fault. I probably got the burner in here too.
Okay.
You slipped up.
Okay.
But
I
yeah,
like it.
I still would like to see it happen, but honestly, I would say Easy is giving Suge the shot if it happened right now.
Okay. And I kind of just want to to stay on that topic for a quick second. I'm in the middle with that because, like I say, I do agree that he may have had tougher competition and have kind of moved past it. But in battle rap, I can see like he said. Okay, yeah, you might have tried to go around, but it's like I still see you like Suge is still in that lane that Easy's in, like the street rapper. I talk the talk, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, man, it's just certain rappers that they just have to see each other. You know what I'm saying? It's like if you JC, eventually you gotta run into Lux. You got to see that. You know what I mean? You gotta see that. It's just like y'all the pen guys, JC, Chilla, Daylight, Lux, they all in that lane. You know what I'm saying? You the punchers. You gotta see Rum. You gotta see B Magic. No matter if you feel like Magic is past his prime, if you want to be one of the top punchers, you gotta get in the ring with him eventually.
I agree.
You gotta get in there with Rum Nitty. You gotta get in there with the Danny Myers and all that with the puncher. You want to talk the street shit? You gotta see Gotti. You gotta see Calico. Gotta see Surf. Gotta see Suge. You know what I mean? Like you want to get in there with the performers. You gotta see the Hitman. You gotta see the Shines. You know what I mean? You want to get in there with the most consistent motherfuckers of all time. You gotta get in there with the Rocks. The DNAs, the dudes who night in, night out gonna give you 3 rounds every time you step on that stage. It's you feel me? So I feel like
Great
that's
way
what
to break that down,
I feel like that's what Suge is for Easy. Like, yo, yeah, you skip some niggas, but bro, I'm one of them dudes who talk this. Maybe they didn't say this to you the way I'm gonna say this one to you. You might have caught Calico, you might have caught Good. I'm not saying he did. I had different feelings about some of those battles, but I'm just saying from the fan perspective, they saying he won those battles. So maybe Suge see something like, okay, then maybe Cal didn't get you with this one, but I got you. You know what I'm saying? So I do still want to see the battle. I think the back and forth on Twitter makes it a little more engaging because it's like it seems like they don't like each other as far as like they don't like the battle. Suge is like, whatever, fuck you. He's saying it back. So it's gonna get that energy. Right now, we don't know where Easy's at when it comes to URL. So, we know how Suge is. He been saying it like, yo, I'm URL, got to do it over here. So, we might not see that battle unless, motherfucker want to come to the riot.
Crazy part about that, too, not to still say, because I know we got a lot to cover.
Yeah.
But what Beasley even kind of brought some clarity to what was going on. Champion, shout out Jay Black. He got that exclusive. But Beasley was saying, like, even without the YouTube drops, Easy is only in the position that Easy is in because of what he did with URL. You existed before URL. And who else is producing top talent like the URL? And YouTube has been wide open.
Yeah. See, so, I want to talk about this, but we stay on the key right quick because we gonna get on that. Hold on, we got something for that, B. Don't trip. We got something for all y'all who talking that.
Yeah, he put some
shit out there.
Yeah,
he came with some shit. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna lie.
Next battle. We all in agreement though. Shuni took that.
with the rebuttals that day, man.
We all in agreement with the culture because the culture gave it to Shuni. We gave it to Shuni. Conference call got Shuni. Next battle, DNA, KCJ.
Ooh.
How y'all felt?
I would say that battle with DNA started out the gate, went crazy. I'm like, it's going to be a long night for Casey if he keeps up this pace. The nigga turned a slip to one of the biggest bars of the night. He's like, I'm slipping so much, I'm out here electric sliding on That was nuts. And her. One thing about Casey, I don't know what it is. She can't get the breath control. She always
I was seeing that in the
she
comments
raps
a lot.
like
That
she ran
nobody
up
was
5
liking
flights
that.
of stairs before she started battling. I'm a kid.
It was throwing off her material a little bit for the listener. It was.
It definitely throws it off, but kudos to her.
Yeah.
Bounced back beautifully in that second round.
did. Yep,
she
she
came
did.
with the URL.
She got the second for me.
She
got the
I
second
gave her
for
the
me.
second.
She
I
got
gave
the
her the
second
second.
for me.
She had the URL scheme. She broke it down. The health, him being in shape, the elderberry, all the stuff he been taking.
She was going
the
crazy.
crazy part is like she said the 12 gauge. She said it came in plain clothes. Didn't even recognize. That was crazy. Like she said, come out your shell, Case. She was.
That second, she was in her bag.
I would arguably say this is the best Casey J round I've seen.
Ooh,
and against top competition
Shout out
because
Casey.
DNA didn't slack on that second round.
No.
But I think she had that and clear.
she fought.
Even on my way here, I watched the third back to see, like, because I thought her third was good,
Her third
too.
was actually good. It
and
was.
then I'm just like, damn, but he veteran
Going
moves.
second.
He veteran
He brung it home. You know what I'm saying? He gave us a
DNA
long
did-
round. He kept going. He was attacking. That third round was the deciding
Smart.
one. Yeah.
That's a pure vet round. And I do have DNA with a good battle, though. I don't think it was a body. I think the only round in this battle that was extremely clear was the first from DNA.
Yeah, facts.
I think Casey got it without question. And the third, I think DNA took it because he's the tacticianer he was, and he just showed this is why I've been here this long. I know how to win, and he closed it out.
No, that's
dope
a
battle,
fact.
though.
No,
I
that's a
like that
fact.
battle.
Yeah,
I agree
as
with
soon as
that.
I found out that DNA was going second, I'm like, he's gonna get to rebuttal everything, and it's still gonna count as like this was in the same round and stuff like that. So I'm like, all right, well that's already that's already working against Casey. First round, Casey goes in, and she does pretty solid. You know what I'm saying? It's like a 7 out of 10 round, but I'm like, when you're going to get up against DNA, it's got to be 10 out of 10 every time, because then he comes in and he's going to go like 12 out of 10.
Yeah,
if you even want a debatable, you're going to have to be shaking the room in the first round.
Straight up.
So I'm like, when I didn't see that, I'm like, all right, DNA is going to rebuttal the shit out of whatever she said, and then he's going to have room shakers. So, which he did. He came with it. First round was crazy. I thought he severely slowed down in the second round.
Yes.
I'm like, okay, now that he sucked the energy out the room, whatever happened in the first, now the energy's got to build back up, and I don't think he really brought anything to bring that energy back. Whereas Casey J, she brought her strongest round of that whole battle. And then the third round, now the energy's back. DNA's back in his bag. He closed it out strong. Casey made no mistakes the whole time. I know everyone kind of gets on her for like, you're battling dudes who they choke or whatever happens to them every single time. You know what I'm saying? It's bad luck that's her reputation because she does pretty well in general.
She does.
But this is just one of those ones that like, immediately when this battle got booked, it's like, DNA's not choking. He's like, I don't know what the fuck would have to happen for DNA. He gotta have like a steel beam hit him in the head or some shit in the
He's
morning.
gonna rebuttal it after the concussion.
Something like that. Once he comes out of the concussion, he'll figure it out.
Steel beam, lucid dream.
For real. So
he had the worst fake choke in history.
Yes, terrible.
I was thinking to myself, I'm like, man, like DNA should get a deal with Tubi or some shit like that, because that's where he should be acting.
Bad acting, man. We knew you wasn't choking by the way you was acting like. You looking too mischievous, like you waiting on us to be like, oh, you ain't like, come on, DNA.
We know you don't do that, bro.
Yeah, like you give us a couple, like, fuck. Oh, damn, I had it. Hold on, let me get it back. Give us something. Give us a little more. DNA, we might have would have went with it.
It was too polished to be a choke.
Yeah, rewrap that last verse or something like that.
Give us
Like,
something,
stop, But either way, I had fake choke aside. I had DNA winning 2-1, first and third.
Likewise, same way I called it, first and third. I think Craig and you both hit it on the nose, like he said. Third round, he just closed the casket like the way it was supposed to be done. It was a close third because Casey's third was good. You know what I mean? They kind of similar in styles a little bit as well to me. You know what I'm saying? It's like they're not too far off. I'm not saying as far as like she's being current eventy, because I don't think he be as much current event as he used to. I think it's just more so like their material being kind of surface level, like you kind of know, right there. It's like they kind of both like right there. It's not too over the head. It's kind of like you catch both of their material pretty easy. You know what I'm saying? And they kind of both, like the pacing pretty much the same. You know what I mean? And the way that they rap up there. So it wasn't a far off style clash. You know what I'm saying? I do think some of her best lines though. She was getting at him, like, you know what I mean, like questioning him, like about him being a gangster, like, yeah, you know what I mean, like she kind of was going in on a lot of those, you know what I'm saying? She was going in on a lot of those, like, man, we don't think you a squeeze, you know what I mean? We don't think you about none of that, you know what I'm saying? Geechi Gotti, Gary, all that, like she was on him, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I felt like she kind of was a more aggressive than she usually be as well. That was aggressive her, but DNA, like, you know, he fought back, he got up from a slip,
Yep,
you know what I mean, a real slip, you know what I'm saying,
up.
and made a board out of it. I think Casey should have did something to rebuttal that, you know what I'm saying, and jump in that bag, which is tough in the moment. DNA, pro, he know how to do this, you know what I'm saying. But fire battle both ways. At this moment, DNA wins. Conference call got it that way. Even the caffeine votes had it that way. So it was 1-1. You know what I'm saying? And then we get to battle 3, New Jersey Twerk, Coffee Brown.
Wow.
This was a style clash, right?
It
here,
was.
You know what I'm saying?
It was.
Coffee more of like the street talking female, you know, kind of unorthodox her style, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, her style, real unorthodox. Twerk, he can be unorthodox, but he's that big haymaker. We know what it is with Twerk.
Yep.
He's setting you up for the big drop every time. Like every 2-3 lines, he coming with one of those ones that's finna drop the building on your head. That's his style. He's made for the big room. This was a fun fact that I think even we all kind of learned from people that have been familiar with her career or not. This was her very first big stage.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that was already a test in itself, getting on that big stage versus New Jersey Twerk, who's been big stage tested. You know what I'm saying? Whether you want to say he choke or stumble in some of those moments or not, he's been up there. You know what I'm saying? And he's had some of his biggest moments on those big stages. You know what I'm saying? So this battle in Atlanta, he's been there plenty times, rock rooms in there. How'd y'all feel about New Jersey Twerk versus Coffee Brown?
You know, I'm kind of torn on this one, to be honest with you, because I've seen some people on Twitter making some interesting cases. But I think first round, clearly New Jersey Twerk.
Man, that first round was ridiculous.
That nigga put out
the first
every
round,
trick in the book.
Yeah, exactly. Like, just a typical New Jersey Twerk first round. Channeled the energy that he brings when it comes to like when you and me, Craig, were talking about earlier, like him versus Verb, him versus JC, him versus Shotgun Suge. Like, he's done this so many times over the years that it's just like, you know, having a haymaker, having a round filled with haymakers is just what he does.
That's what he does.
This is just what we expect off of him, and you know, it was a perfect, flawless round from him, and no less than what we expect. I thought Coffee, you know, showed some of the ring rust and stuff like that, and especially since what you brought up, it was a good point. Her first big stage. I don't know how many people were there in Atlanta, but it was a big stage.
It's a big stage.
So that's a tough thing to overcome, and I'm not sure if she wrote enough for the crowd. I mean, you know, that's kind of the point where we were at in battle rap, where it's like, you know what, if I'm on a big stage, I gotta dumb it down a little bit. I gotta write stuff that's simple enough that everyone's gonna get, but still gonna punch hard. You know, so I'm just not sure. I don't think she really did that in the first. So it was really clear in the first round for Twerk. The second round, I would say, is the closest one.
Okay.
I edged it to Twerk.
Okay.
Going into the third, though, so the second was Coffee's strongest round. Third was also pretty close. It was another really strong round, and she raps the whole thing. Had a couple of really strong angles in there too. Not gonna lie. But then Twerk goes and cuts his third round short. Now, a lot of people will think, well, I mean, he already won the first two, and, you know, he already kind of dropped some haymakers in third. You know, he kind of did what he had to do. You know, he can kind of just mail this one in. You know, it's fine. And what was he going to do? I think he was about to bring up some very personal angle and stuff like that. And he's just like, you know what? It's fine. You know, this is you know, this has been old for a long time. We're just finally getting the battle out. Just gonna put this one away. I already won. But there's some people who probably feel that Coffee she had won that second round. So going into the third, it's like 1-1. So if you're that kind of person, if you watch the battle that way, Twerk mailing it in the third round, cutting his round short.
Okay.
Some could say that, you know what, that's like a choke. That's like forfeiting that. I would even say, yeah, you know what, it probably was forfeiting the third.
Only an idiot to say that, Ethan. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest, man.
Come on,
I'm gonna tell you why.
All right,
I'm gonna tell you why, man. Shout out Coffee, shout out Twerk. It's because the way that it went down in the third. I'm like, usually we've seen Twerk Jersey and when he fucking up. Jersey when he ain't got no material. This is basically like the same way when I just battled Jay Mills. I've been in that Atlanta crowd where you killing them sometimes to them, and they like, cause you hear them, they like, all right, he even said like, y'all want me to keep going. And at first you hear him kind of like, nah.
Yeah.
And I think he like, all right, well, in Jersey, you know what I'm saying? So he giving the crowd what they want. Like, y'all wanted to be over.
Yeah.
It's over. Let's get on up out here. Y'all already saying I won. I'm gone. It looked like smacking them kind of like, nah, fuck it, man. Just, you can still go. We ain't
Nigga, we
tripping.
paid
So
you.
then he finna get back going. And if you watch the battle closely, it looks as if Coffee kind of say like, nah, fuck it, fool, like, or something. You know what I mean? Like, to the point where she like, nah, you already done. Like, you know, could it be a vet move on her end on some like, this gonna save me? Like, fuck that. Like, then let me get him up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Let me say that could be a little vet move on her end to do that. But for me, I looked at it like, yo, nah, the crowd already felt like Twerk had it in the bag.
See,
all
so
I'm gonna say to that, I paid $25 for this event.
You want the whole shit.
I'm trying to see the whole fucking thing.
Nigga,
You're not going to leave me hanging on what could be like the most damaging angle on the whole thing and not expect to lose the score.
what else are you gonna do
I'm not
with
saying I'm not saying that, you know, maybe not forfeit, but it's like that's like getting like a 70% on a test. Like that's the bare minimum to pass and get a C or whatever. Like you could have gotten an A. You decided to meet that 70%, and if Coffee does any better than that, she wins that round.
Did she?
Unpopular opinion.
I think that counts as she gets that round. I had Twerk winning the
2-1,
first two.
You had them first
so it
two
was
already.
right. I can
But you
understand
saying
why
for
he
the
stopped.
fan who had
I
it
can
1-1.
understand.
You saying it for the
For
fan who had it
1-1.
Okay.
It's a controversial moment and stuff like that, and you could argue it's 2-1 Coffee.
I am the ilk of that cloth.
Okay.
I'm not, I would say as the commentator for this battle, I definitely have her 2-1. It's an unpopular opinion. I think she did the most in the second round, which was her best round. I think she edged Twerk in that second round. She did enough. She was masterful. She got a little bit more comfortable up there. Like you said, that big crowd kind of shook her a bit.
Yeah.
And I think it took some getting used to.
Okay.
Her first round wasn't trash.
Yeah.
The one thing is that she reminds me a lot of Jack Boy Maine. She reminds me a lot of like how Bill raps now.
Yeah.
She reminds me a lot of damn, who else does this? It's probably B Dot as well. The rappers that they don't give you the build up.
Yeah.
If you're not listening, Calico.
Yeah.
Excuse me. So if you're not listening to them rap, they're not gonna wait and reiterate it and bring it back. Like I said, something fire, I'm going.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna stop. I'm just going, and she don't have inflections in her voice to where she go up and she go down. It's just if you listening, you hear it.
Yeah.
And she was cooking the first round. People was not giving her credit. The crowd was absolutely dead throughout that first, and it's boggling my mind. Like, do they hear her?
Yeah.
He got the first round though, because I think Twerk went in his bag. He put everything out. She edged that second round. She brought up the sex angle. It was crazy. I think he even played good defense with it. That was the best back and forth, I think, throughout the whole event.
Yeah.
That second round between them, I edged it. She did a full, complete third. I think she kind of toned down a little bit from her second. Still a great round. She did a vet move.
Yeah.
He was like, man, I'm going to pack it up, man. Y'all don't want to hear it. She's like, yeah, it's done. I'm already walking off. It's like how Derek Fisher shot that .04 shot. Let's run off the court. You can't even bring it back now. We out of here. We on the plane. Let's go. We left the court. So with the fact of him packing it up, and honestly, in my opinion, I seen what he did with Easy with the Hurricane Do angle and how he stumped a mud hole in that nigga in that one round. It been done. He kicking a dead body up there. I wrote it. I'm not gonna use this for nobody else. If Twerk had it, same thing like should get pulled off a chest corpse. No. This gonna be a highlight reel. Y'all gonna remember this. Who doesn't want those moments? That's like in a game if I got 60 and the coach like I'm gonna
be devil's advocate right here. Now I gotta do it. You know what I'm saying? And shout out both of them. I know y'all probably like, Geechi can't stand it. Nah, I ain't got no beef, you know what I'm saying, with nobody, man. I just watched the battle, how I seen the battle, and it came down to how it came down for me. And salute to them. They both did their thing. They did what they supposed to do. They went to Atlanta. Kings versus Queens gave us a good battle. Now me, I'm looking at it from the New Jersey Twerk standpoint. I'm going crazy in the third. I'm bombing on you. Yeah, I'm about to go a little crazy. I might go deeper in this bag. But what you just finished saying, oh, you rolled my dick on your toes, suck balls, gooch, and all that because you a freak. Hey, yo. I want to get some more of that tonight. So why would I go back into this deep ass personal bag to end the third when I got one more shot because we kind of looking at each other a little bit on this stage.
You got that mama waiting on you.
The intensity of the battle is getting on a certain level. It's like, you know what? I'm not finna fuck my pussy off for you fans. Nigga, I'm about to. If she say, yo, it's over, nigga, it's over. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. We on our way.
You got that back end check.
We ain't see them on the stage after that.
They was gone.
They was gone. We ain't see them on the stage cheering nobody else on. So no Lord knows what happened.
This just turned into no studio real fucking quick. This turned back.
Yeah,
into
man,
the
it's the
regular
fucking
podcast.
conference call, man. We don't do no punching.
Damn.
Real
But like,
quick.
I really feel like
Shit.
it was just one of those third round situations, man, where it's like, yo, man, he felt like he had it. The crowd was giving it to him. So I can't fault him for that because being a battler, if the crowd is already in the building, like, yo, it's enough. Like, yo, man, you got the right at that moment to be like, man, I'm about to overkill you or I got you. Like you said, to me, I also can see the 1-1. Like, her second round was amazing. I think her second round was her best round. Like you said, I do believe that her second round was her best round. She was back-to-back with it. She was really punching. She jumped in some personal bags, but also still stayed direct on her punching and stayed direct on her material. I think that was his lightest round, was his second. Even though he cut his third short, I feel like his third was going upwards. It was going somewhere.
It was.
You know what I'm saying?
He was back.
He had crazy build-up, so it was going crazy in the third. So a lot of people, I'm not mad at the 1-1 because I actually looked at it like that. Because that first was so over. I think he wrote so great in that first that people expected the second to be just as great as that first. And since it kind of wasn't, it was already like people like, I ain't gonna lie, man, she fought back. Like now it's one of those. And you know, we battle rap fans. We like to see the 1-1, the last round being a decider. It's just how we do things. I still gave him the third. I got him 2-1. You know what I'm saying? I'm Team Kings. You feel what I'm saying? I gotta keep it 2-1 twerk was me. 2-1 coffee.
Edge.
2-1 twerk.
2-1 twerk. The fan vote had it 2-1 twerk.
Yep.
So we in the majority with that one. But how y'all call it when y'all see it? If y'all seen it, let us know in the comments, man. You know what I'm saying? The very next battle. Dun, 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 dun. The big battle that people been watching. Big Bag Jazz. In the building versus Clips.
Jazz was there. She had that on tonight.
Come on, I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah,
Hey, Jazz, you know I'm always talking shit to you, cuz. You feel me? You was looking nice up there tonight. Big jean Jazz.
Them jeans were a little too big at the bottom.
Come on,
that's
nigga.
the only
Take
flaw.
the motherfuckers off and wear them drawers. Let us see what's up under there. Fuck is you doing? God damn, take the motherfuckers off. You up there looking like Lita from the Hardy Boys and shit, man. Fuck you doing, dog? You know, channeling your inner my-verse. You know what I'm saying? You know, my verse be wearing them big jeans with the sexy stuff. Like, but come on, Jay, I get it, though.
Damn.
You were trying to leave something to the mind. You know what I'm saying?
Leader from the Hardy Boys. That was so accurate.
Come on, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is going to sound crazy, but just imagine Jazz with a BBL. Come on, man. Hey, shit would have been 3-0. You know what I'm saying?
What was it she said a while back? What was it she said a while back? I own that.
She own half the company. She definitely own no studio. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? It is what it is. But like,
since you said that, I know I'm jumping the gun with this one. But I'm gonna say body of the night.
Oh, Miss Hustle.
Goes to Miss Hustle without saying a word.
I knew you was going
without even saying a word. Body of the night. Like, damn.
Oh shit. But Jazz versus Clips. This is the battle people been wanting to see.
Yeah.
It's Clips. We know what he do. That's what everybody say. You know what I'm saying? The big stage. Jazz. Big Bag Jazz. The big stage. Nothing can go wrong with this battle. On paper, this is
World War.
Besides Rock and Hustle, like this could be a main event as well. Like it's like it's the co-main. You can't even put this battle under nothing. This is a big battle. People wanting to see this. Fans talking about, I bought the pay-per-view just for this. A lot of people.
Yep.
This was that. I don't know if it lived up to the hype.
It didn't at all.
It did not. Nope.
It didn't live up to the hype.
It did not feel it.
It was, I don't know, was it the people saying the crowd was tired, people saying the material was dated, too many freestyles from Clips, not enough punches from Jazz. I don't know. I'm hearing so many mixed reviews. For me, as a fan, it just didn't seem like they were. Yeah. I don't know if it just didn't seem like they were attacking each other for real or something. Like, you know how something just seemed like light jabs all night. It's
like
just like every
homie slap
it was just too light. It was just too light. Like we waiting on that. Come on, like, you know what I'm saying? I just didn't get that from that battle. And I think as the fans who paid their money for that one, salute Jazz, salute Clips, man. Them the homies. It's all love. But we got to be honest with just the conference call, and it's on no studio. And this might have been the worst battle on the card.
Yeah, I saw someone in the chat say like, Clips is so bad, he's making Jazz look bad.
It could have been that too.
Like
it might have been Jazz. I don't know. Clips might have brung you down.
I agree.
I didn't know what the fuck. I'm not gonna lie. That was a sleeper battle. Like, I'm watching. Like, you know what? Let's get to the next one.
Yeah,
if it was any battle to be like, do the shit Twerk did, like, y'all want me to stop, I guarantee they would have been like, yes. Just stop. Let's go to the next one, bro. Because that wasn't. And I had to tweet this because. To me, I seen a lot of people trying to make the excuses. Oh, Clips ain't take her serious. He ain't write one bar. He freestyling. If you think Clips was freestyling that whole battle, you a fucking clown.
Yeah.
He wrote that shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? He wrote that shit. You know what I'm saying? He wrote that shit down. And he went up there and performed that shit. And that's what he been rapping and been performing. Yeah. But like I said, as fans and bloggers too, I have to get on a lot of the bloggers because this is what they do. Oh man, Clips is this and Clips is that, and they big him up because he is a GOAT. When he wins, and he is a GOAT, and he's a legend, he deserves all that. But let's be real. When he goes against a battler that's less likable than him, then y'all let those type of bars slide.
Yeah. Luke Castro, killing him. It was the exact same material.
Luke Castro been losing on the losing streak, running to Clips. He do the same shit he said against Jazz. 3-0 chance.
Crazy.
You dig what I'm saying? Yoshi, the female that y'all don't fuck with like that, she get up there, he rap that same type of shit, bring out White Jesus like he did tonight. Y'all go crazy. You feel what I'm saying? Like, and it's the same line. So he go against Jazz, who's more likable, a little bit more of a fan favorite at the moment. Now y'all ain't trying to hear it. None of it. It's not that Clips was up there doing anything different. He just did this a couple weeks ago versus Danny Myers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
this is the same Clips. The bloggers, y'all have to hold motherfucker accountable all around the board.
Yeah.
Every battle. Don't try to make like the material change. You just liked it more against somebody that you don't like.
Yeah. And that's the one thing that we gonna bring to the forefront. This is what we here for. This the conference call and why Clips, you gotta stop that.
You got to.
Because even though I said this before you walked in, me and Ethan, we was doing a little powwow prior, and I said this is Clips and Twerk. Yeah. Even Twerk, to me, I think a lot of his material was gas.
Yeah.
Twerk does the build-up thing to where you know what's coming. Yeah. He's extremely talented. I see the star power all in him. It's time to revamp and do something different. You've been having the same move forever. Even the Rock, he couldn't just do the rock bottom. He brought the people's elbow. It's other signature moves you got to put in there. You got to do different things. We are over this era to where Clips can come in there halfway right and then halfway freestyle. Because after a while, when it doesn't hit, now he turned on the crowd before the crowd can even turn on him.
Oh, I see what y'all doing. Oh, this one of those? Okay, watch this though.
Yeah, and it still wasn't hit.
That hate ain't gonna look good on camera.
That was hilarious.
That hate ain't gonna look good on camera.
That was hilarious.
That was the funniest part of that round. Not gonna lie.
It's like he's a stand-up comic and he's on improv. Like whose line is it anyway? Or he treats it like Wildin' Out. I'll see a pocket. Oh, let me look around. Let me see what I can grab. And he's able to do that. But the same thing that makes him great is the same thing you have to criticize him for. Don't give him a scapegoat and say, oh, he was freestyling. So he always freestyling.
Come on. It's what it was then.
So let's take it for what it is all the time. We're not going to say that's on easy mode. Nigga, if you play 2K, you got to play on Hall of Fame.
That's a fact.
Regardless. Or it don't count. You play on Madden, it got to be on all Madden. Or it don't count. He step on a URL stage at a Kings versus Queen. You're on All Madden. You're on Hall of Fame.
That's it.
That's your bad, bro.
No
3-0 Jazz.
Yeah. I mean, you pretty much hit it. I would say, like, focusing more on, like, the fact that they know each other and stuff like that, have known each other a long time. I do feel like Clips was pulling punches. I mean, I don't know how many angles you can get on Jazz, to be honest with you, that haven't been done already. But the fact that he's doing, like, 4-bar setup, 4-bar setup, 4-bar setup, and it not being attached to any angle.
Too random.
I'm just hearing him rap. Nothing that I haven't seen from him in like the last 10 years.
Absolutely.
15 years. So I'm kind of like, I mean, I don't know. At the end of the first one, he's like cutting his round short and is like, fuck you to the crowd. I'm like, you know what? I'm just like, what we were saying earlier, it's like, man, the crowd's going to turn on you, and that happens. You have to deal with it. You can't turn on the crowd, man. Like, once you start doing that, like, did you not watch Hitman earlier, like a couple weeks ago? Like, he was already, like, after the second round was like, oh, the crowd's not fucking with me. And stuff. They were just fucking with you in the first. You can't flip on them like that now. Like, you're one of the biggest names, Clips, one of the biggest names in battle rap. Like, anywhere you go, like, the fans should be fucking with you just off the rip. I don't know how many places are going to be like negatively predisposed towards him right off the bat. But I mean, to already be saying, like, even before the boos come out, I'm not fucking with y'all. Fuck everybody. You know what I'm saying? This is bullshit. Like, then that's when he probably got into more like some of like the in between the round freestyles and stuff like that, trying to see what he can come up with. The thing about freestyles, what artists have to understand is that that's like icing on the cake. That's supposed to take you from like an 8 or a 9 to like a 10, or from a 10 to like we're putting that shit up to 11. Not my round is a 4 and I'm trying to get that shit back up there to like a passable 7 or something like that. You start freestyling at a shitty round, we start to look at that and we're like, no, we're gonna take away points.
Unfortunately, the same thing. You live by the sword, you die by the sword. Clips has done this. When Clips was battling Gotti in that third round, when the nigga started choking.
Yep.
And he just breathed and stopped. He breathed for 30 seconds.
Yep.
And then started freestyling.
Yep.
He won the battle. Like it's monumental the way he did that. Same thing he did with B-Dot.
Yep.
When he started to choke and he got a few freestyles out, then he bust champagne upside her head with a champagne bottle. He tore her up. And then it went crazy. We went nuts. I was in the building for that.
Yep.
I was a part of the cheers. Because I'm like, this nigga's amazing.
Yep.
But when it doesn't hit, it does not hit.
Yeah.
So Clips, you got to knock it off, bro.
Yeah. Shout outs my guy Danny Myers. Clips comes with that if factor. Like if he comes with 3 rounds. And it's kind of like, I don't think he didn't come with 3 rounds this time, but like you made it the if factor in the absolute wrong way. Whereas if your material is any good and stuff like that, if you actually came with something passable, it just wasn't his day today. You know, you have one of those that'd be like that.
Yeah, I was sharing it on the Twitter and the Facebook, so y'all make sure if y'all in the chat, y'all share it too, man. We got over 500 something people in there right now and count. Let's get it up to a rack. Let's get it up to a rack of people to get in here to hear this while we keep going. So we all in agreement. Jazz got that battle.
Yeah.
Underwoman battle, Jazz. You know this family, man. It's nothing but love. We'd love to have you come on here and talk about the battle and talk about your RX battle that's coming up if you got time. We know you're working, or maybe after the battles, you know, because you know there's a lot going on. Clips, you come up here too. You know what I'm saying? Definitely though, Jazz got the win and won on caffeine votes as well. So that tied it up 2-2 for the caffeine votes as well, and it comes down to the 5th and final battle.
Yep.
Queen Villain, EFB, the Big 8.
Yeah. Came beating too.
Miss Hustle versus the Logo. 50 URL battles.
Max Gunner.
The GOAT. Tay-Rock. Ah, man. This was a good back and forth battle.
Best battle.
This was a good back and forth. Now I said this off camera, so I'm gonna say it on camera as well. I've seen Tay-Rock more engaged. I don't know. I've seen like a more aggressive, more energetic Rock. I seen moments where he tried to bring it out, but throughout we've seen AMG mode Rock. We've seen those Rocks that I don't feel like we got that all 3, and that's not taken away from Hustle because she deserved that Rock. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it was the cake she fed him. She got him some cake the night before and kind of, you know what I'm saying? Or was it just, you know, she's an aggressive female.
Yeah, and she was taller than him.
She's an aggressive female, so like, you know, sometimes you can look light against a female and you still look aggressive. Hustle is one, you got to battle like a nigga.
Yeah.
You can't be barely up on and not, like it was the moments when you in it, you got to be on her the whole 3, like she on you the whole 3 because she a big girl. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I felt like in that first round, for me, it was a good round from Rock, but I had Hustle. I had Hustle winning that. I had Hustle winning that first round. I felt like she was back to back with it. She had a lot of lines, you know what I'm saying? Even ended it with a strong line. Of course, the crowd was tired by the end. I give both of them that respect and say that the crowd was tired by the end. So I feel like you put that battle at the beginning, it blows the roof off because they had hate makers on both sides.
Even to that point, though, and this is why I take away from people that use the crowd for Jazz and Clips. How did they wake them back up then?
Because there was a lot
more.
Way more, they woke them back up.
With Rock and Hustle.
Them back up.
They wasn't totally sleep because
they woke them back
up.
They woke them back up. So I felt like the first, I gave it to Hustle, man. She was, a lot of that shit she was saying, she was in there like, oh, you waiting on a tranny angle, you know what I'm saying? Like, why bother? I can lead the gay bars and still eat a nigga like, still cook a nigga like Dahmer. Like, you know what I'm saying? You feel me?
Crazy.
Clicking on titles like Netflix. Got a couple clicking on titles like Netflix and chill. You know, she was just in her bag. She was in her bag with just punches and bars that I feel like if people listening, she was there like the whole time, keeping up bar for bar with one of the best. No filler, nothing. She was line after line. She literally was every fucking bar. I know a lot of people don't like Hustle because of her online persona. She not being as likable as some of the other females. She prides herself being the villain. But if we calling a spade, man, line for line, she was up there rapping and she was doing her thing, man. She did her thing against one of the best of all time in Tay-Rock, and I had her in the first round. Second round, I feel like you could give her the second round. I'm not gonna knock it, but I feel like Tay-Rock was second round Rock. and he was fighting back. He started getting, I think after that first, he noticed like, okay, hold on, they might have gave that one to her.
Is that when he did the body?
That's when he came with his body bitch scheme. You know what I'm saying? And before that, he was already in such a bag. Then he got to the body bitch, and people was like,
Perfect
okay,
timing. He did
it was
a little
perfect
smile.
timing.
Yeah,
Like, and he had the crowd. I feel like she had dope angles in the second. Like, what happened to the Gunk Bar King? You know what I'm saying? Now you doing this and doing that. She was talking. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like he just overall in that round came with the punches, he brought the nostalgic body bitch scheme back, had a little bit of things that just kept the crowd on his side, and we go down to 1-1, which is perfect for this battle because it's the deciding battle. So now it's the deciding round. Third round, I feel like that was his lightest round. Me personally, man. I mean, I felt like it was his lightest round. I felt like he was talking his shit in the first. He talked his shit in the second. But his third, it was real, like just on the coast. Like I'm tired. I'm 50 battles in. I'm just coasting, man. Even the way he did his slogan, battle rap is not a gun to me. Like, he didn't even finish it the same way after he done killed somebody. You know, like, to me, like, when he killed somebody, it's that right. We didn't get that to me. After he finished his third, it was like, you know what I mean? Like, man, I'm good looking, and then she back out, and in her third, she back aggressive, she back on it, she every line, she punching, she angling, she going in and out, she talking crazy, she wilding out in the third, and to me, she won the third round. I had her winning the first and the third, Rock with the second, 2-1 Miss Hustle. That's how I called it, not being biased, breaking it down all the way fairly how I looked at the battle close as can be. I felt like Miss Hustle took that battle and earned the ladies the 3-2
to finish it
out for me. Which, and you know what I'm saying? To me, that's how I looked at it. Yeah. How did y'all call the battle, though?
Miss Hustle put up 50 in the game 7. And I think I agree with you on the first round. I think that was kind of a clear one. Rock just started. Rock literally he didn't even get the work at that point in time. It's still in the water. I'm bubbling it up. Right? I got to get it right. I'm still the cut in it. I got to get it right. I think the second is where he really started getting into that momentum. He started feeling himself, and we started seeing more flashes of the vintage Rock. But ultimately, I think that Miss Hustle got the first 2. Yeah. I had it 2-0 going into the third, and I think the third is debatable for Rock. So I call the battle either 3-0 Hustle or 2-1 Hustle. I don't think any way you could say Rock won this battle, even though in the caffeine votes, they flipped it the other way. And that was the closest battle that they had. No, that was actually Jazz, I think, and Clips, because some people were saying Clips won. Not Jazz. Yeah, Jazz and Clips, excuse me. But I still think Hustle had some of her best writing in this battle that I've seen from her. I don't know if I just wasn't, I can't say I wasn't paying attention, but I think that this really meant a lot to her, to both of them. Yeah. And she showed it more.
There we go.
Than Rock.
There we go.
You can tell this really
she
meant
was
a lot
honored to have that
Hustle.
50th battle. She stuck there to the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like they both had a conscious effort of not going too personal and kept it straight bars. People were probably looking for more personals. I feel like she probably dived in the personal bag a little bit, not really the tranny angle, but just a little bit more like the chain bars and you was saying this. I had the niggas in there.
She did just enough with that.
She jumped on some of the shit. You left your mans. You did this. Dracula was the first sucker. She had like a lot of those little things where she kind of stuck in it a little bit more than he did. You know what I'm saying? Which I think might have threw him off a little bit. You know what I'm saying? As far as like watching the battle where he was like in his head, he probably like, damn, maybe I should have. You know what I mean? I should have tucked 2 or 3 of them in the clip. You know what I'm saying? Like, she actually getting something in. She give the bump, almost knocked my mans off the stage.
I'm
you know what I'm saying? Like, God damn. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit, Hustle. God damn. But at that moment, man, if he would have snuffed you, we might have had to let that slide.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying? Shit, man. She
taller than him and shit.
Come on, she done gave me that one right there and knocked my mans over there. But you know, he a professional. Rock ain't tripping. But hey, come on, Hustle, calm down. Girl,
that
motherfucker kind of strong.
That was crazy.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
Come on. I call Geechi when I'm hot. That my niggas in Cali. Come on, man.
Oh, my
Come on,
goodness.
man. She was in her fucking bag,
that
bro.
Was crazy.
Great fucking battle. Dope battle. Hustle got the win to me. Hustle got the win to him. But we got Pachansky. What he got?
So for me, I had Hustle winning the first round.
Okay.
Like overall, just a 10 out of 10 round. Can't find anything to knock her. Yep. Actually, you know what? The only thing that I do knock her on, and this was consistent all 3 rounds, where I'm just like, you got to find a way to end a round because
she didn't end them correctly.
She always like, all right, water. and then that would be like, oh yeah, that's it.
I'm done.
Like,
She need a slogan. Do she got a slogan? Yeah. Hustle need a slogan. Yeah.
Rap
Yeah,
bitch.
she
You know,
need
some shit
something,
like
yeah.
that. Say something
Yeah.
to let us,
Yeah.
because each time, the first round, I swore, I'm like, that's a fucking choke.
Yeah.
At first, I'm like, did she just cut her round short because
Okay.
she forgot
Okay.
that? I'm like, then it happened 2 other times. So I'm like, okay, this is just how she's ending her shit.
Yeah.
And the first one still kind of looks like it.
Yeah.
But either way, I'm all right, fine. That's how you want to end it. But that's the only knock that I
Yeah,
have on you
I ain't mad at
throughout
that.
the battle.
Yeah, I ain't mad
Other
at
than
that.
that, it was pretty flawless from her. But the first round was strong. I thought she really just punched Rock in the mouth and put some blood on him. And it's like, this is a battle.
Yeah,
like this is one that you're gonna have to fight for. So second round, Rock gets into into doing his thing. As always, the typical Rock, you're always going to see a strong second round.
Yeah.
He's one of the most consistent dudes because the second round, when everyone's taking a break, everyone's, letting their energy die down, letting the adrenaline go down, he's actually going to come to work in the second round. So that's what's made him so great over the years. So second round was really strong, despite the shoulder bump and stuff like that. I saw that and I'm like, man, we need that on the Ravens, man, for real. Like, get her a sign, get her a contract,
Shit.
man. Shit.
You know what I'm saying?
But despite that, I would say that was still a Rock round. I don't know what Rock has to do where he's like, I don't know, he wasn't paying attention or he didn't have his feet firmly planted on the ground. But I'm just like, he was not expecting at all.
wasn't
Like,
expecting
it's a
it.
battle. You've been doing this for how long? You got to know some shit's going to happen. Something always happens to Rock on stage, whether it's not him actually rapping or he's just on the side. I remember when Gluezy slapped the weed out of his hand against Ab.
Tell you, Rock, you think he is the man?
I got the weed out your hand. Oh my God. I'm just like, man,
I would have beat his ass.
Gluezy was up there losing, so he didn't know what to say.
I would have told that nigga up, man.
It's funny because Rock was more
Tell you, Rock, you think he is the man? Like, where did that even come from, Glue? That shit was random as hell, that battle.
Oh, man. Yeah, like, Rock looked more disappointed losing the weed at that point than he was angry. He wasn't even, he's just like, man,
Like, Glue, what the fuck you up here doing, man?
Oh, man. So then we get into the third, and again, we're going in 1-1. I felt like Rock did just enough to keep that third. I feel like I gotta watch it again. I hate that this battle was so close. This was the closest. This was battle of the night for me.
That's what we expect.
I feel from them, and also as a main event, this really lived up to the billing.
It did.
As one that we were looking forward to, it lives up to the billing. I feel like I need to watch it again. I might have a different story once I see it on the app, and once I get a rewatch in. I may even look at that second round differently, to be honest with you, because all the rounds were close. Yeah. But right now, coming away from it, I felt Rock second and third.
Okay.
He had a 2-1.
Okay.
And the Caffeine chat had Rock
Caffeine had Rock. Me and Craig had Hustle. Pachansky, he's got Rock. The chat had Rock, which turned the Kings 3-2. I'm EFB. Miss Hustle, I got you winning, but hey, I am Team Kings, so I'm not mad. Not mad that the chat had it for Rock because it keeps our winning streak alive for the guys. But I think the Queens actually did get it this time, man. I actually do believe that. But hey, he had Coffee, you had Rock. It's like it's a difference. Those battles, people probably go back and you never know how to be caught on the app. That's one way, because when I battled Jazz, I lost to her on the Caffeine votes, and on the app, I'm beating her.
See, I know you said that, but they said tonight, for some reason, every time they bring it up, they was like, Jazz beat Gotti in the building and on the app. They kept saying that. And I'm like, why do people keep saying that? So they literally are accrediting Jazz with that win.
Yeah, man.
The thing is, though, with Jazz, going back to her briefly, I think
she's more likable right now, and I'm just hating. I'm Gotti the shit talking ass nigga that's going in.
The big name guys, it's like she is so lovable and she's so much of like a staple in the culture. Nobody knocks her head off. It's like Cassidy. Like the guys don't really go in there to kill Jazz. Like you go there like, all right, sis, like we about to get this out of the way.
That's a little sis for a lot of them. Yeah, that's tough. I bet that's
tough. You know what I'm saying? Sock you up a little. She's taking advantage of that, actually.
She is.
Send one of the real hitters at you that ain't finna play with your little ass. But yeah, man, so Kings won on paper. We got 2-1 at the conference call for the Queens. So, ladies, if it's any consolation, 2-1 up here. We got y'all winning it. You know what I'm saying? But dope event overall, crazy event, fire event. You know what I'm saying? Far as the ladies and the men came, we not upset about it. I like the way it looked on pay-per-view. I think it was lackluster as far as some of the battles not living up to the hype. I did see people say of the 4 Kings versus Queens events, this was probably not the best one. But at the end of the day, for me as a viewer watching it, I enjoyed it. You know what I'm saying?
What would you give the event overall 1 to 10?
Ah, man. Fuck, that's tough because, like I say, Shit, man. I'm probably like at a. Ooh, they gonna hate me for this, but I'm at like a 6.
I said 6.5.
Yeah, I'm
I
at
gave
like
it
a 6.5, somewhere in that area, man. Because 8 would be like
way too much.
Way too much.
No, it's not
4
deserving
is
of
way
that.
too low. It was still like Hustle and Rock was good, like you said. Twerking Coffee had moments, Suge and Shoot. It was like moments in there and shit like that. But so it was enough to be over a medium.
Yeah, more
5,
than mediocre.
More than mediocre, but like that's about it. Just barely over the mediocre standard. But as a fan watching, like I say, it was enough to keep me watching it at home. Like, all right, man, shit, I ain't mad about $25 off of it, basically. I seen some people saying they wish they didn't, but $25, fuck it. We done spent 25 on worse. Yeah, you know what I mean? You got to see some good battles. Yeah, you done got to see some pretty decent battles, some pretty decent performances. 25, let's get it. I think next Kings versus Queens. I want to see. I proposed this to Beasley before. I'm gonna put it out here before. So if they do it, y'all know who proposed. Because sometimes they'll take my ideas and act like it was some shit they came up with later on. So I'm gonna make sure I put this out there. I've proposed that the next Kings versus Queens be like a team captain for the ladies, a team captain for the males. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Like the All-Star game.
Like the All-Star game for real. And then you get to pick who gonna be the dudes to represent, and they pick the ladies. You know what I'm saying? Out of a certain names and shit.
And then the build up for that.
The build up is bigger, and then you know what I mean. Then that person, I pick a person, and then she get to pick who go against them, and then she pick a person, and then I get to pick. You know what I mean? And then now it's
that's a dope. Hey man, you all know where y'all at, man? Wake up!
Come on, man, because they don't want to be cutting me in on the percentages. Yeah. So they wait like a year later and then act like they thought of it themselves. Like, oh man, we gonna do
that,
captains.
I see that. I see you put J Mills in a totally different profession. Like,
hey, yo, Mills,
you a talent scout for URL,
hey, yo, Mills, man. Hey, you looking way better up there. Hey, like Mills was holding it down in the commentary. I'm rocking with Mills as the commentator. Hey. I like to see you do it a couple more events, Mills. I ain't mad at you.
Same. Honestly, I really like Jay Mills with
just have 3 mics next time, man. We don't want Nunu going like this the whole battle. But you know, honest, we don't mind looking at the juggernauts.
Hey, before you say that, no, fact. Before you say that, I said this on Twitter, and I'm just gonna reiterate it. Look, I already own the app. If I'm gonna get the app, you're gonna give me something for free.
Come on.
Nunu Nails OnlyFans URL. I know y'all see everything.
Can I exchange my free month?
It already exists
for that. Can I switch it for that?
Nunu got me blocked, but you know it's still love, you know me, I'm blocked too and all that. But I know deep down she probably love a nigga or something. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Come on, unblock me real quick so I can see the OnlyFans they talking about. I didn't even know you had one, cuz I'm blocked, Crip. You know what I mean? Let me. What's going on?
They say well, 2 things. First off, they say that on Twitter they're like, if you log into her OnlyFans, it actually takes you on a link straight to the app.
Damn.
That's why it's $8 a month. Just goes straight to the app. But
she holding it down for you,
I never did it, but that's what they're saying. That's just a joke. But on Twitter. But the other thing is that I really like Jay Mills' commentary. I thought he brought an interesting perspective. They need a battler on there.
Jay Mills,
Jay Black is great. They need a battler on there. But who? As for who got 30'd the most? Jay Mills in the chat. To be honest, they were fucking him up with that
Jay
suit,
Mills was
bro.
up there looking like he working like he finna do a New Jack City reboot.
That nigga looked like a door-to-door vacuum
salesman.
Something
like that.
That was crazy. Like he sell moonshine.
my brothers. You know,
take this bean pie.
He up there like, y'all think this bigger than Nino Brown? You know?
Oh man,
that boy Jay Mills like he working at the corner. Like, what's up, bro? Relax.
He looks like the pastor that's about to rip you off.
No, that's a fact. He looking like Jelly Roll and Russell Red. You know what I'm saying? Janky promoter or something. You know what I'm saying? Like he's selling you cable when you ain't even got a TV.
Yeah.
Like, hey man, got this cable for sale. Like, I don't got no TV, bro. Like, oh man, don't even trip. You can watch it on your hand. You know what I'm saying? New cable. You know what I mean? That boy Jay Mills up there, man, on the real. Hey.
That nigga said some of the most stupidest stuff I've ever said.
That boy up there, man.
He said, because they were saying, I forgot who it was. They said, but somebody, Suge and Shuni, I think. Like, Suge was like, it's going to be a compliment battle. Yeah. And it was like, the Nunu was like, it ain't going to be no compliment battle. But he was like, in order for it to be a compliment, it got to be a compliment.
Oh, wow.
What? That make no sense.
Past the backwood. Hey, boy up there, the
That nigga was
turtleneck. They say the
saying
turtleneck came with the blazer.
Oh my!
You know what
So
I'm
did the chain. So did the chain.
Turtleneck chain and everything
Yeah.
came
He
just zipped it
together.
up in the
Yeah,
back.
he zipped it up. He take it off like this. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
You got a zipper in the back.
Somebody
Walk
said
out of
that,
it.
somebody said the
Oh,
nigga didn't
man.
have no shoes on. Like he
Hey.
was barefoot.
Hey, niggas could dress up as J Mills for Halloween this year.
Oh my God!
You know what I'm saying? They
man.
gonna have that suit in Party City.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, but I liked him as a commentator. I think he brought something different. He made it fun because even with that, now we tune in to see you with the different fucked up public defender suits. You know what I'm saying? And we gonna clown that, make the chat fun, make the show
my
fun.
God.
Let's get with it. And you know, hey, we can't talk enough shit. Free to wave always. You know that.
Facts,
Free
yeah.
surf. But when he lost to Lux and lost to 40, he went and commentated for a minute. Next thing you know, he came back and he was in his bag.
Revamped.
So maybe a revamping J Mills, he do some commentating, he get to watch the game tape a lot closer. He get to really see what they liking and not liking. And then 9-10 months down the line, maybe a year later, we get a crazy battle from
back
J Mills.
outside,
You know what I'm saying? Because all he got to do is say the wrong thing about the wrong battler up there. Now he got a matchup. So let's see how it plays out. Let's give him a chance because so far it ain't been working. And y'all was doing the same thing to my boy Surf when he went to commentate like, yeah, he need to sit down. He lost the lugs, lost the da-da-da. He came back and started catching all 30s. I'm not saying J Mills is no Sue Surf, but you know what I'm saying? But
sometimes you see it from another angle.
Give him a different perspective to learn the game, maybe from watching it close and personal, get to critique these dudes and see what's working, and then we get a better. So I'm not mad at it, man. If me made J Mills a better man, then you know what I'm saying? If I could make J Mills a better man than his father could, you know what I'm saying? Then what's wrong with that? You know what I mean?
I just hope he's a little bit more honest with his commentary. I think that's the one thing that Surf did when he was up there. He genuinely, like, he embodied what it was they were asking him to do. He went up there and gave true commentary. Yeah, he said Clips won. He said 2-1. He had Clips.
Oh, okay.
Come on, man.
He had to say that. He had to say that.
And he's like, it's his boy. Like, they friends.
Yeah.
You can't admit that, and then we gonna take your opinion.
You can't do that. Come on, Jay.
So like after that, I honestly do want to see him again though because it was funny, just like the in betweens. Like, but he did give a different perspective, and even though a lot of times I was like, what is this nigga talking about? But it was entertaining. It was entertaining. Hey man, shout out to URL, man.
Yeah.
I think they really got they won tonight.
Facts.
1.2 million viewers. $25 per person. We looking at a 30 piece.
Do not hit me for no fucking battles. Because the price went up again. Y'all made $25 million tonight?
30.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I need 500,000 for the next joint. I ain't gonna lie. 500K for the now. Might need 1 M. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all got 25 overnight, which I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know the numbers, but that's what y'all did. And yeah, Geechi gonna get his. Believe that. Y'all fucked up.
Do you think it's a problem that they're so open with that? Because if we know that this pay-per-view was $25, and even if you're doing a watch party, I'm assuming that this is individual devices and places. Yeah. So if you truly have 1.2 million viewers of this program, they had to pay to gain access. That's literally $30 million.
Yeah.
See, I don't know what we were talking about earlier before we start. I don't know how that works, where if it's all those like 1.2 million eyeballs, where it's 1.2 million people watching right now, 1.2 million devices on right now, or
what if it was only
1.2 million scrolls passed, or because I refreshed.
What if it was only 10% of people?
That's still like 2.5 million that you made off the shit. That's the thing.
That's $3 million.
See, here's the thing. Once we have that number of a million, 1.2 million people, we know the cap. We know the cap. Now we can just play with it percentages. I don't care how many people. If you had 50,000 people watching or buying a pay-per-view, this shit still turned a profit no matter what. I hate to count Smack's pockets and stuff like that. We'd be here all day, but it's a lot that they made, and next card's gonna be strike to 25 mil. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. And what we were also saying earlier. You play a dangerous game with broadcasting your numbers like that.
Absolutely.
No other league broadcasts their numbers because, again, a battler is going to come to the table and they're going to be like, well, you just made 25 million.
One event.
Of, a million, 1.2 million views. Like, I got to see some of that. I need give me 0.01 of a percent on this thing, and all, we'll be good. So Smack and them have two options. Caffeine has two options. We either tell them that, okay, either those views, they're not it's not accurate, where, you know, either we were fluffing it up, or it's just, you know what, that counts every time someone came back to the stream, every time they refreshed. I refreshed 2 or 3 times. Does that mean I contributed 2 to 3 views?
Yeah.
So, but again, you're playing with percentages. So it could be half, it could be 10%. It could be the whole amount, but either way, are they going to tell someone that, yeah, those views aren't accurate, or it doesn't accurately represent it? Because then that'll get out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or do you tell them, yeah, we just made 25 million off this thing because we had 1 million people watching this, and no, you're not getting any of that.
And I mean, if we're at this point, like, let's be real, let's be honest. What industry doesn't work like that when numbers are leaked out? If me and you are working the same position, because we have professional careers as well outside of here, and if me, for instance, I'm a project manager. If I know that someone else has the exact same duties as me,
right,
and they're making $15,000 a year more than me, that's going to be a problem. So if that information becomes public knowledge, yes, I then have to use that as leverage. I can't go in there in that fashion, but now I know what you're willing to pay for the position. I'm not going to allow you to undercut me. That's like Lamar Jackson is not going to take anything less than what y'all paid Russell Wilson. What you guys paid Deshaun Watson. I'm better than both them niggas.
Agreed.
And they have more guaranteed money than me. It's no way you're going to get me to agree to that, because the numbers are out there in the public. So I know if I'm a quarterback starting in the league, I need this number. I think it's the same way. You have to be careful when you open up the floodgates, because as you do that, now I have more leverage with the information that I have. I know that you have that. Like, even when Beasley went to, I know we said we was going to talk about this a little later, but how he said, I've offered people YouTube jobs.
For less money.
And you're going to get less money on your purse, plus you can get all the revenue from the YouTube drop. And he said, from what they're currently getting paid for view count, you're getting $5,000 if your battle reaches 1 million.
Okay, let's talk about it.
Both battlers to split $5,000.
Let's talk about it. Who going to take that? You know what I'm saying? Because it's like this, right? Now let's break it down all the way, because Beasley definitely was spitting facts.
Facts.
So I ain't gonna knock him, man. He was spitting some facts, and I see a lot of people trying to say he lying and capping and doing all this and doing all that. But like, let's say he not capping. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Let's say he not capping, right? What battlers realistically? Because I see a lot of mid-tier battlers and dudes who don't got millions of views on one battle, saying like, "Oh man, how to do it? They were on the offer to me. Let me get it his own." Okay, so you're probably already not getting 20,000, 15,000 for these battles. So let's say he say the pay cut is 50%. Let's say y'all already getting 10. You know what I'm saying? Let's say you already getting 10. You know what I'm saying? 5. Whatever you getting, you know what I'm saying? He say, let 50%. You get the YouTube drop, you get all the footage, do what you want to do with, drop it, and we give you $5,000 instead of the $10,000 we be giving you. You know what I'm saying? Your battle don't hit 1 million. Okay, now you got the exposure, but but at what cost? Because at the end of the day, you're doing this for money. Don't get it twisted. Don't let people get up here and fool you and act like they doing it for views, because views can happen all day long. You can get on your own YouTube channel and drop whatever fucking content you want. Drop all day. You could be a whole YouTuber outside of a battle rapper. You can be a chef on YouTube. You can be a hip hop star. You could be a break dancer. Whatever you want to do and get your views up. It's about you as the artist and what work you gonna put in yourself. What you want is URL YouTube views. You hoping, since they already got a lot of subscribers, you drop on the YouTube channel over there, you crack some views, get some eyes on you. But that's like, in their instance, just being realistic. On the business side, I get it, because we own a business. We have the ride. We have company. I get it. Doesn't make sense for them to give you all the money you asking for, then give the footage to YouTube if they have an app where they are trying to get, if you're going to be app gang, now you're going to be upset because the battle dropped on YouTube. So it's like, why would I pay $8 a month? The battle finna come right out. Now, of course I can't get mad at caffeine. It's only one stream. So if you miss it live, then you missed it. You feel me? But if you drop it on YouTube, right, there's no reason for me to pay $8 a month. So now if I'm URL, there's no reason for me to have this app because YouTube has everything. You feel what I'm saying? So as a businessman, you got to respect it, whether you like it or not. It's just how it is. Now you do what somebody that like an Easy did, or like I've done, different battlers done. Just battle on leagues that have YouTube drops, and battle and do things outside of it. Have a podcast, have something on side of it, merch, where you can also build your brand outside of URL.
Live events.
Because at the end of the day, he said something that was whether people want to like it or not. Shout out Easy. He said something like, bro, not only did Easy have URL, he had that machine.
The
URL machine pushed you to getting that, whether you like it or not. Nothing was dropping on YouTube, but them giving you the wins on the app because, hey, I don't believe none of them wins and shit be real anyway. They can turn anybody undefeated if they want to. Nigga, them giving you the wins on the app, giving you the battles that you want, that you need to get there. You getting battles with T-Rexes. You getting battles with T-Top. These are battles they setting up, and they're happening on the app, and everybody's watching. This is the year when Drake first announces he's got this app.
Yeah.
This is the app. This is Drake's app, so everybody's watching the Caffeine that first year.
Yeah.
They're giving you the battles. They're pushing the machine. You got all of these looks off of the app.
Yeah.
So in a sense, you can't sit there and say, yo, they're holding somebody's career back by not giving them YouTube if everything you got was already because of this.
Exactly.
Now, he took his career in his own hands, and salute to him. Do what you got to do. Now it's on you. You got your own thing going, but you can't sit back. We got to be, I know a lot of people don't like URL and be like that because it's times where I'm one of the biggest dudes who argue with them. They'll tell you themselves, man, I go back and forth with the team and the bosses and the staff over there all the time. I'm probably the first motherfucker to say fuck them, you know what I'm saying? Every chance I get and go at it with them. It's just what it is. But I'm realistic enough to see that if they did this with just that app and still was able to push you to that stardom, it's not that much hate that they could be having for you. You know what I'm saying? You can't make it seem as if they holding you back that much if the same battles you was able to get was because you got Hitman Hotta off all YouTube battles. I mean, off all app battles. You know what I'm saying? Everything that you battled on the app was what made Hitman Hotta battle you.
And they're still growing talent. Like, even just to be off Easy in his situation, how does Joe Budden know who Real Sick is? It's a lot of the, and I see a whole bunch of NFL guys, NBA guys.
People have the app,
and they're
people have Caffeine.
To say that, like, either people don't have Caffeine, or the other thing that's been going around, celebrities don't buy the app. Like, did you ask?
Yeah.
Did you ask every single celeb? I didn't know you knew this many celebs and stuff like that.
They're watching it. The average Joe doesn't have the app.
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about. Like, I think the average fan, like you said, like he said before, like his cousin saying something like, yo, did you battle? I would love to see you battle T-Top or something, like or Chess or something. Like maybe your man's in the block, 'cause a lot of my homies on the block, they not gonna have it either.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They doing regular shit. But I'm talking about avid battle rap fans.
We got it.
They got it, bro.
Yeah,
you just said it was 1 million motherfuckers, 100,000 motherfuckers. Even if it wasn't 1 million, we got 100,000 motherfuckers watching the stream tonight. Even if it was 1%, and we got 10,000 motherfuckers watching it tonight. You dig what I'm saying? Like that's still a lot of motherfuckers to watch a live event. Yeah. You know what I'm saying, on the app. You feel me? So no matter what, these people are watching this who are into battle rap, and that's where the fans that you're looking for gaining. Now, if you're looking to gain TV fans, guess what? You do shit like you're doing. Be on Bel Air. Go do a podcast. Go do something else. Do your bar breakdowns. Do your top tier disses. All the things you were doing, dropping on YouTube that kept your name in the mix of YouTube.
While you were on the app.
Yeah.
It's still, it organically grew from the app for him.
See, that's the thing about Easy was that when I looked up on Verse Tracker, it was like, his only YouTube drop was like 2019 or something like that, the last one, and it's like, okay, cool, you signed an exclusive deal with URL, we get that. You're not supposed to battle only on URL. Like, what you've done is like, I'm gonna battle on every league I can, whatever. Maybe it's not gonna be RB, maybe it's not gonna be King of the Dot and stuff like that, but I'm still gonna get out there and touch on, some of these other leagues and stuff like that.
Gates of the Garden, We Go Hard, Riot, Bullpen. You can OSBL. Is other leagues out there that have battle rap fan bases that your name. Look at a Tay Rock. Let's just use Tay Rock. This is the first battle rapper you could use for a perfect example. Tay Rock will go on Gates of the Garden and do a 1-rounder versus a Wise and still crack 1 million views because his name garners that. He's still gonna get them same numbers. Me and A Ward on the Riot, 600, 700,000 views. Rum Nitty and A Ward, 500,000 views. New Jersey Twerk and Snake Eyes on
600,
damn near. You know what I mean? Damn near 1 million on Midnight Madness. You know what I'm saying? So if you were that sought after as a battle rapper, go to another league and they gonna still find you. These smaller leagues still got the same viewership that's gonna be happy to see you, and that's what this is about. You got to know what you want to do now. Like I said earlier, people don't really want the YouTube drop; they want the URL YouTube drop or the big league shit. So of course, Hitman Holla, Chrome 23, it makes sense. So I'm not mad at that. Nobody should be. Congratulated. You battle Hitman in a goddamn parking lot, you're going to get 1 million views. This is what, you know what I'm saying? This is what Hitman do. He's a walking million view dude. You dig what I'm saying? The most million views of any battle rapper.
Yeah,
he's got 1 million view on every platform he's battled on.
I think he averaged 7 like per battle.
Something crazy like that.
He's got 1 million view on King of the Dot, 1 million view on RBE, 1 million view on URL, 1 million view on Chrome 23, 1 million view on Guerrilla Warfare.
Everywhere he touch.
Everywhere he go, he gonna get 1 million. You know what I'm saying? You can't say that about every battle rapper. Tay Rock's probably like one of the, and Disaster might be like the only other 2 people that just go all these different places and still somehow crack 1 million views. You know what I'm saying? Charlie Clips. There's not too many. It's like a good 5 dudes who can just go anywhere and touch that M. Hitman being one of them. You dig what I'm saying? So as fans, I know a lot of times y'all just want to be like, anytime somebody defending URL, then it's, oh man, they're compromised, or man, look at these dudes, Smack got it. But it's
Niggas
like,
don't gain nothing from that.
You don't gain nothing from it. Just you got to look at the facts and be like, yo, if he honestly said some shit in that thing that was real, like, yo, if we gave the push on the app, and it turned you into that store, you can't look at it as if the app is holding you back.
The process works.
The process works he's a part of that process. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta, as him being a battler, he gotta take his own career in his own hands. So you can't knock it, but you can't go back and make other people feel as if that process was the problem, because all them dudes trying to follow that, y'all ain't gonna. You might fall on your face, man.
I don't think that there's a lot of dudes on the app right now where it's like that you can do the same thing. There's not a lot of dudes like if you drop those battles on YouTube, they're gonna do regular numbers, even on the URL,
even on the URL app.
Because Beasley made a good point where he's like, in like the last 5 years,
since the app era started,
1
million battles.
Half of them are like URL battles because it's like it was
you
like
probably
me and Lux,
him and Lux definitely
Clips and Chess.
Yep.
Was it Shine and Hollow?
Exactly. Then the other half is like whatever Hitman's doing.
Hitman and Cassidy. Hitman and Calico. You know what I'm saying? Hitman and motherfucking Easy now. You know what I'm saying?
Clips and
Clips
Math
and
like
you
that.
feel me? And that's about it. You gonna get that. You feel me? Like you're not
what, 7 years?
In like 5 years. But that's crazy because when we look at battle rap, that million
Disaster and
like,
Zeno or something.
Yeah, that's another, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. So when you look at battle rap, and that's like the gold standard, the platinum battle, you want 1 million views, you're chasing that. Everybody wants that M because they say, that changes everything. That's becoming harder and harder to attain because the battle rap viewership is so spread out now.
Spread out because look at it like we said, man. Shout out ARP, shout out RBE. They just dropped Ill Will and Hollow. These are 2 big names in the culture. They haven't cracked that million as fast as a Hitman battle just cracked it. And that battle was just as good. Let me see what that's just as good as a back and forth battle. People was a highly anticipated battle. RBE is an established platform with a lot of subscribers. Still haven't cracked that million as fast. You know what I'm saying? And not really on pace to crack it at the moment. You know what I'm saying?
And arguably they're the 3rd highest league. A lot of people.
You know what I'm saying? So that goes to the fans, like you said. Once again, they only want to see it on certain things. You're only tuning in to certain battles. You're not giving it the full, viewership that these battles deserve. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 374 right now. 374,000 views.
How long?
That's been like what, a week?
You feel what I'm saying?
Or 2 weeks, something like that.
You feel what I mean? Like probably about the same time that Easy and Hitman dropped.
A couple days,
You know what I mean? Right around that same time, and 374. That's not a bad thing. That's still a lot of. But we're saying as far as a battle of that magnitude with nothing else big dropping, that should have also hit 1 million views real quick because of the names, how good the battle was, and the platform. It should have been a couple of days to 1 million because there's nothing else to be watched on YouTube that's dropping to that magnitude.
So, and why is that? Because like you said, when URL had the highly anticipated, when they would make us wait, we knew the battle happened, but they'd make us wait, and they drop one battle like every 2 months. I think they build up so much that we not just go watch it once when it finally dropped because we know it's not going to be anything else again. We're going to probably watch that battle 3 or 4 times each person. So now that's how you hit the 3 to 7 million view battles. But they still built that platform. We have to understand that they are the not the imitators. They are the creators. They're the innovators. So everybody that they're trying to follow the format that they laid. So now that they're moving on to the app, All they're doing is paving the trail. These are niggas making the first freeways.
Yeah.
Everybody else on the streets, they're on the freeways.
Yeah.
So you would want to watch what they're doing and try to imitate that, because they have the winning formula.
Yeah.
They got
gotta give
Ed
'em that.
Secret Sauce
Yeah.
at Good Burger.
And then
bro.
also you just
Everybody coming for
gotta
that.
you have to just admire the amount of time that Smack has put into this.
That's a
you know what I'm
fact.
saying? Smack DVDs have been a thing for a long time.
Yep.
And then when like 2010 is when they did the first Summer Madness. Something like that, 2010,
Damn,
2008. So it's like we've been doing big stage stuff, the biggest events in battle rap for the last 10, 15 years.
Yeah.
So if all the work that we've been putting in has generated this type of fan base where they're always going to tune into us, they're always going to respect us, the streets are always going to be tapped in and stuff like. We're always setting the tone.
Yep.
So there will be people who always come to URL for the prestige, and that is what it is, whether it's artists or whether it's battlers. But Rare Breed and them have their couple million view battles have only came in like the last 2 to 3 years.
Yep.
Where it's like Hitman and Calico, Clips and Farrah, Hoffa and Hollow, Hitman and Cassidy. You know what I'm saying? Those are each million view battles. But before that, that's in the last 2 or 3 years. You expand that to like 5 years. The only million view battle that they have is like Oops versus Daylight.
And still,
you know what I'm
even
saying?
what you said prior to that, everyone still was URL born.
Yeah,
somebody
that's
had
true
a
also.
URL battler inside of that. So you're not doing it without what they've done and what they laid.
Rare Breed is a respectable platform.
Fact.
They do a lot of things right. They do a lot of things better. Plenty of things better than URL does. They're great at
facts.
selling the fight.
Yeah,
They're
hell
great at building controversy, getting people to tune in. But at the same time, one of their weak points and one that they've been trying to address in the last year or two has been like we need more homegrown guys.
Yeah.
You know, you've seen
so now
them
they're trying to
put
do
in
the
a lot-
bricks and the 1SKs
with the bricks and the
things
1SKs and all that. But it's
yeah.
like, again, you're competing with a brand that it seems like a saying that was always told to me was like, I seem like an overnight success, but the truth is all that it took 8 years to get here. It took me 8 years to become an overnight success. Everyone sees the success and think, oh, it must have just happened. It's you got to be in here for a long time.
Got to
before
put that work.
Because in order to develop the talent, the toughest thing is the consistency with events. And I think that's probably the biggest takeaway that the other leagues don't have that URL does have is the consistency with events. Like you'll see a big RBE event and then you won't see another event for a
like
while.
a year,
You know what I'm saying? Like they just did that one. Now you see they got the next one we will be talking about in a second, the Big K versus Mook. But we're talking about in the meantime, in between time.
Mac will have done 3 events.
We'll have already done 3, and then also it's gonna be some big battles, and there's gonna be a lot of the up and coming talent gonna get some looks on like app events and Crucible events and things
Super
that's going to
fight.
super fights. They're gonna be showcasing the newer dudes. So in the meantime, RBE they're still trying to learn the new talent. So when they're doing these 1SK events, people not really catching them, not really watching them. You're not really so you're only getting to see them when you give one of those dudes a shot on your big stage. And then you can't put a whole card of those guys yet.
Because nobody going to watch
Because
that.
nobody's watching it yet. And it's taking a while. And then it's fucked up. But a lot of the talent that you do grow, people is gonna always be like, oh, I want to see such and such versus such and such on the URL. The fans say what they want, but it always comes down to
It gotta be there.
You know what I mean? Look how crazy Saint was on King of the Dot for all those years, making noise, being the man over there, and nobody gave him any respect. Won a whole tournament and everything, and it's still, man, he can't beat such and such on the URL.
He went over there with Chess, and Chess,
You know what I mean? Like he done ran through a whole tournament on King of the Dot, been great, had great battles, and the fans still not giving him one of the top dudes in the West. Still not saying he's better than one of the top newcomers in URL. You know what I'm saying? They'll still be like, oh man, he not beating Swervo. You know what I mean? Like, just to throw a name, no disrespect to him, but that's just how the fans was already calling. Like, he can't beat him. He can't beat Bose Gambino and all this shit. You feel what I'm saying?
No matter what you
no
did,
matter what you did, on where else, that's just
you gotta do that.
So the fans and the supporters, y'all have to do a better job of supporting these other leagues and other battlers.
Yep.
Because you can't blame the battlers for feeling like they have to go over there because you push them to everybody saying, yo, this is the NBA. It don't count unless it's over here. These is where all the best dudes is at. I don't give a fuck what you did
100%.
over there and what Surf called it KFC. I don't give a fuck what you call it overseas. They do all that to the shit, and then y'all as fans start taking it like that too. Like, nah, them dudes ain't nothing.
for sure.
It ain't good unless it's this, unless it's that, and boom. Now a dude can't even be developed. You know what I'm saying?
And what's wrong with? I don't think you got to go through URL. URL is NBA, King of the Dot is Euro, RBE is D League. That's just the way it is. Unless they're doing new innovative stuff and they're creating new paths, URL, they're the Premier League.
Okay.
See, I feel like RBE is overseas. To be honest,
You
with
think that's overseas?
I feel like that. Not to downplay.
Y'all don't feel like it's the NFL?
Not to downplay the quality or anything like that. But again, like damn. Okay, all right.
Damn.
But see, here's the thing though: is that RBE? What will always hold them back is that you don't have homegrown talent. You don't have guys who are like, I'm an RBE guy, and so
we got RBE classics though, right?
You got RBE classics, but you got guys who are from every other platform in the world coming to your spot. That's cool. It's great that you guys can put together blockbuster matchups. It's great that you can promote guys. It's great that you can find a place for some of these guys who are like spare parts kind. At URL, I don't think a guy like Jim's would really make much sense. I don't feel like a guy would show off would make much sense. But those are good artists still.
But who from URL can we just really say in these past couple of years have just been like, all right, they went through the PG process, they went through the Crucible process, and they have became that
Easy.
Star.
Easy.
Okay.
Easy.
Besides Easy though.
Twerk. it's the same brain.
The elephant.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying?
He was
But then people
YouTube
gonna
era.
say King of the Dot. People gonna say.
I mean, there's guys who technically did a PG, like Loso had to bite the bullet and do a PG. B-Dot had to bite but then after that, long prosperous careers. on URL.
That's what I'm saying.
you
So it's gonna be looked at like that. Like some dude's gonna feel like, okay, they already got they got the development of some of those dudes. They got the development of them being like you say Easy and Twerk, but then you would say like the B-Dots, myself, the Losos, like yo, these dudes, we were already in the Riot, the LABG, the Bullpen, and getting that type of level of competition and showing we were that great. And they drafted like, all right, come get us. You know what I mean? We already was them guys. Already, it was just a matter of time to get that.
They had to
in the
develop you
matchups.
too. Because that's the part of your development. They seen
Okay,
like, oh yeah,
I like
that's the
that.
scouts. They scout like, oh damn, he gonna be it.
Okay.
Like, let's go get him. And like you said, your breakout battle, Av. Like before that, you had Danny, but it's like when people really like, oh, he a problem.
This is the problem right now.
Av.
I like that. I just want them to get that answer because I agree with that. I do feel like that's where the development comes in, and people as battle rappers take that for granted. You know what I mean? It's the same thing we do at the Riot, man. Like, we get these battlers and we slowly but surely put them in front of certain competitions just to see where you at. You pass the test, you might get to the next level.
Yeah.
You gonna do this, or you might get sat back down. You know what I'm saying? It's a development thing of who they put you in front of. Like we said earlier, certain battle rappers who are gatekeepers, certain battle rappers who are big stage tests, who are small room tests, who are just giving you a whole different style. Like all that is a part of the development to see where you at and how you get there. And they do probably at the moment the best job of that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? With their talent that they push, giving you certain steps. You know what I'm saying?
No one else even has a process. When we look at it.
I mean, we're talking about how few guys there actually are, and it's like the only people out there who are really putting out or developing their own homegrown talent and putting them on big stages is like King of the Dot. You can be like, let's find an RBE guy and stuff like that who's been developed in the same non-existent.
Because you could literally look at A Ward as like he was King of the Dot talent.
A Ward is
to most people.
I don't know, man. I mean, how many battles does he have on King of the Dot? Some of his biggest battles are on King of the Dot. That's true, but I don't know if he's like part of their machine per se.
He was, if you ask me. I mean, he probably left and eventually, but let's say when he was the DNA battles and all those things early on in his career, where it was like, yo, we seen them pushing them. We talking, was it Mad Flex? We've seen battles over there. We've seen him getting those looks.
I feel like he's one of the rare examples of a guy who really like kind of had to take it out there himself, and like he's like the Chance the Rapper of like of battle rap basically, because like, I'm gonna start my own label, I'm gonna be independent, I'm gonna go win a Grammy. A Ward's like, I'm gonna battle. Yeah, I've been on King of the Dot and stuff like that, and I've been on RBE, but I've had a lot of huge battles, and a majority of my battles come from no-name leagues and stuff like that.
A Ward was King of the Dot, man. Fuck that. He want us to believe he did it on his own. But King of the Dot put that money behind him, man.
That's the conference
King of the Dot put that money behind him, man.
I would say like you got probably half his fan base that got on him from King of the Dot, and then the other half that have just come to like respect him, even begrudgingly, of like, damn, these really battled everyone every fucking where. Except URL.
And we gotta look. It's extremely ironic that a lot of the URL people are watching him as well, and he's getting a lot of
man.
fans.
We talking A Ward. They gave that man DNA. We talking Cortez was over there, Nestle. You dig what I'm saying? Ilmac. You know what I mean? Sharon.
Oh, damn, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Real deal.
Yeah, that's a lot of
Mad
heavy talent.
Flex. You know what I'm saying? Like, they was investing in A-Ward early, man.
But just like I was saying,
Franchise.
I think a lot of people don't understand that even because we see his rise happening outside of URL, we want to see, even as URL, like consumers and fans, how far can he really go outside of URL? So that's even making us watch it. It's the Floyd effect. Because, like, people want to see if you either going to make it or break it outside of having to come over here.
Yeah.
And he's probably the biggest grown talent outside of URL. And whose catalog can you put his up against? That
like, that's what I'm saying. Like, because even now we looking at Big K as RBE, but he was king of the dot.
He started URL.
He started off, or he had that battle over there, you know what I mean? But then he king of the dot, I'm saying, continued to push him and give him the matchups he needed. Same with the A-Ward. Now A-Ward, of course, he with the ride, man. You know what I'm talking about? We got you, my boy. You fucking with us. It's gang and them. We ain't hating on you, but we just keeping it real, though. King of the Dot was one of the leagues that, like, I'm just giving them their flowers on development talent. They actually did do that with a lot of dudes, from Saint to A-Ward to Big K, from you can name it. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of cats that came through that circuit over there that made a lot of noise. You know what I'm saying? That got better over there. Like, you can use Chilla Jones being URL, but I feel like his development came at King of the Dot.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? Agreed. Like, his development and getting those battles when he got back on that run after losing and people not accepting him on URL for a minute, he got right back to stardom over there. Even the Head Ice, you know what I'm saying, who's old school, original legend and all that. We're not gonna say King of the Dot made him or none of that, because he's a legend, been in the game way before that. You know what I'm saying? But they're also a platform that gives the opportunities to certain of these battlers and get them back in the good graces with the fans again by giving them the matchups
over there too.
Daylight, you dig what I'm saying? Giving them the right matchups to some of their talents, so they are good at that as well. Would like to see them do more events. You know what I'm saying? Like, we see the Pat Stay. Like, come on, like, we rest in peace. 100%. You know what I'm saying? Like Sharon, like they got dudes who were legendary dudes who, like, yo, they're the faces of that league as well. You know what I'm saying?
Even some of DNA's rise, like, they got a lot
of dudes who were like you know what I mean, who were the faces of that league.
A lot of like Arsenal and stuff like that when he wasn't on URL. Math when he wasn't on URL. A lot of guys found
Serious
their home.
Jones, you know what I'm saying?
A lot of guys found their home on King of the Dot,
they went over there. So nice salute to them as well. Like, we ain't gonna leave y'all out as far as developing. Like you said, a lot of dudes that came up as well. They definitely, you know, found their way over there. So yeah, it's a couple of leagues who have it, but I won't say they have it at the level of URL at the moment. We've all seen that, you know what I mean? But something else Beasley said, and I think a lot of people contested it. I think we skipped over it a little bit. We talked about it briefly, but it was basically the whole audio thing, man. I don't know if y'all heard about it. People were saying,
oh, the phone call.
It was a phone call where he told people not to blog or certain leagues and this and that, and ARP actually even blogged on it and kind of expounded on it and actually ran with it and believed it. Come to find out, from the way it's looking, dude lied on Bees. Do ARP kind of got to come out and, like, bite that bullet, like, yo, I jumped the gun? Like, what's up with that? Because if it was the other way around, we know we kind of would be on URL, like, hey, man, look, man, y'all jumped out, said ARP did some shit he didn't even do. Y'all some haters, man. We got to kind of be full circle with this one. I think this, and that league or that media platform, shout out MBS, hey, but you're looking shaky, baby. You know what I'm saying? You look kind of shaky, man. You're going to have to, you know, if it ain't no audio, you're going to have to give that public apology eventually, or the coach are going to end up cutting y'all off, man. That's just what it is.
You know, so many of these platforms are like, so much media out there is like waiting for URL to like collapse or just hoping on their downfall and stuff like that. I don't know why the guy did it or why he came to ARP and stuff like that, but it was like, man, they probably, this is some shit people will believe. You know what I'm saying? They probably did this before with some other media platform and stuff like that. If I come out here and tell them that, and if ARP comes out there and says it, maybe a bunch of other media will actually come out there and be like, yeah, I got paid, I got hush money from URL, fuck it, you know, like, but I don't think URL pays enough attention to bloggers. Like, that's more for hardcore battle rap fans. But I mean, I just think that they're kind of above the game of worrying about bloggers and stuff like that to think, I got to pay these guys to not talk about me. If anything, URL loves the negative press. They love that, because then next thing we know, Beasley's out here giving the State of the Union. You know what I'm saying? And then, oh, okay, great, everything's fine again. Literally, that's how quickly the narrative, it was like a week where everyone was like, oh, URL looking shaky because of the $25. now we got 1.2 million people now buying, quote unquote, buying this pay-per-view. So it's like they don't give a shit.
It's just
they
a
don't
little,
fucking care.
But even to your point, like when you look at ultimately the way that broke down, who are they as a media platform for them to say no, you don't? But so you can get your handful of followers out of everybody.
If there was a media platform out there, like
why would it be that one?
Why would it be that exactly?
And
it's like you are.
Jay Black does.
There's levels.
Jay Black literally does commentary and works for them at these caffeine events. They allow him, not allow him, they can do what he wants, freelance. He's media. He can talk about whatever battle he wants. He had the freaky MMA nigga in Daylight up there at his platform.
MMA nigga is crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Like, he had them on his platform and URL didn't say nothing about it.
Yeah, he
so
did.
it's like, you
King
can't.
Bow.
Yeah. He just had some craziness going on. But yeah, but with that, like, so it's, if that's one of the biggest media platforms in battle rap, if they're not stopping Jay Black, they don't care about homie with his 6 or 7 people. But shout out to them because I do rock with them.
Rock with them.
Y'all do got to be careful because before you establish yourself in the game, you don't want to be stepped on.
You don't want to be stepped on. You don't want to burn those bridges by starting something like that because the whole culture will turn against you if it seems like you scared, especially when you got allegations of audio and you got to have that ready, have that on top of it. You know what I mean? It's looking crazy, you're looking shaky. You know what I'm saying? ARP, man, you can't just be listening to anybody either, man. You got them dudes, got somebody who one of the more credible dudes in the game looking shaky because he listening to them and he one of the more credible people that's like, we usually known for having the facts. So y'all even got my mans looking wild, man. You know what I'm saying? So if that ain't official, then you got to cut that off. And if it is, you better hurry up and drop some receipts because everybody looking at you kind of wild. You know what I'm saying?
See, one thing about smacking them is that they may not care about media when they're talking good about them or even bad in general. But when something like this happens, they don't forget that shit at all.
No,
they're vindictive as fuck. So I know when they get when they really get injured like that, where someone's out there lying on their name like that, you're not seeing the inside of another URL of
at all. They got your face plastered on the outside.
Crazy night in battle rap. We gonna get ready to wrap up the conference call, man. Y'all been sitting here with us about an hour and a half, maybe 2, talking. It's been about 700-800 people in here, in and out.
For sure,
maybe
man.
a little bit more, man. I'm gonna look in the comments and real quick see if there's anything in here that we missed that we needed to. You know what I'm saying? We didn't get to talk about it. We'll talk about it in the next episode because we want to get at a little more in-depth conversation. Big K versus Mook. We want to really dive into that and hear how y'all feel about that. Hear how the fans feel about that one. You know what I mean? It's crazy ass battle. Out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying?
It was extremely random.
We didn't see that one coming. Shout out to RBE though. You caught us off guard. But you know what I'm saying? Salute to everybody. Any last words y'all got to say?
Man, dope event. URL once again, the $25 that we did purchase the event on our own. Caffeine didn't give it to us. We did. We actually had.
I had to buy that shit. No one gave me no for 25.
Out of our pocket to pay for it, but that just goes to show that in order for us to get y'all premium content, to be on top of what it is that we talking about, we care that much about the culture and putting out authenticity. So if we doing that, and we know that we built the culture as well. Yeah. So if we want the machine to keep going and for people to listen to what it is that you have to do, patronize the establishment, man. We make it. Like these rappers are big as the fans make them, as well as these leagues. Yeah. So use the power that you do have. And I would say partake in this, and then your voice make a little bit more sense.
Big facts.
Yep, just signing out. One thing I do want to tell everybody to watch out for. Next weekend, we got March Madness on Sunday by the Riot. Yeah. March Madness 3, man. I went to the first March Madness, man. That was like 5 years ago, man. That was great. That was like the first year that I was actually in battle rap as like a blogger and as a journalist and stuff like that. So coming around again for 3 is crazy. A lot of great local and homegrown talent on this card. I feel like it's a little bit of like, you know, taking care of some in-house business for us in this card. A lot of friendly fades or maybe not so friendly fades. At the end of the day, we only got so many roster spots and there's a lot of guys on it. And the only way to decide that, you guys got battle
house,
man.
Let's
go.
Hunger Games,
so a lot of guys on there. Shouts my guys next. Dev the Demon, Cali Smooth, Kid Clutch is on there as well. Fate and Hansel, they're going to battle each other. That's a crazy battle that hasn't happened yet. My guy, real name Brandon, man, it's a zoo out here. Shouts to them. But yeah, tune into the Riot. It's going to be on Sunday, this upcoming Sunday.
Let's get it.
Though Geech, is it going to be streamed?
Yeah,
How's that
stream
gonna
live off the Riot YouTube channel,
Let's
man.
fucking
Stream
go.
live Riot YouTube channel, man. Stream hosted by Ruin Your Day. So you know it's gonna be crispy, man. You already know that. Like he said, it's crazy. March Madness, the third one. The last March Madness was Stewie Newton, Billy Boondocks, Marv One, Real Name Brandon, True Foe, Deb the Demon,
Crazy
Cali
event.
Smooth, J Murder, all those big battles that y'all seen. Those was that event, the first one. Rest in peace, my dog Fix. I battled Fix on the very first March Madness, man. Y'all go tune into that if y'all haven't never seen that battle. Geechi Gotti versus Fix. It is on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? There was a couple of other battles. I think Ron Compton versus Danny Myers.
Yeah,
was
that
on the
night.
first one. You know, it was a
Crazy.
lot of
the mayor battled that night. A lot
Yeah.
of K-Phil, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to my guy K-Philosophy.
A lot of cats put
great,
that work
great
in.
battles. They're
Yeah.
all on the YouTube. Go check that out.
A lot of
Riot
cats
Network.
put that work in, so y'all be able to tune in. Also, just dropped tonight, Shuni versus Miss Hustle on Chrome 23.
Oh, okay.
Let's go.
Remy Ma
Yeah,
just
run it
dropped
up.
that. Y'all run that up, man.
Get him a
Crazy
bill,
battle.
too.
Shout out to Miss Hustle. Just battle rock today and get a battle drop today, man. Can't beat that. Y'all go show her some love. Go run that up. www.officialgeechigotti.com. Tap in for the merch. We finna revamp it, get it all going low. A lot of people been tapping in, saying they ordered things. It's finna be coming out. New cream and coffee colored varsity jackets.
Yeah, fire.
www.m3s3apparel.com. I'm going to say it again, www.m3s3apparel.com. That's where you get the varsity jackets for everybody that's been asking. It's a black business collab collection. Myself and Fred from M3S3 collaborated to make the M3S3 No Studio and jackets. Hey, if you support black business, support collabs like Adidas and Gucci and Balenciaga and Gucci and all these collabs that people do, we did it on our own. Black business, support us, man. You know what I'm saying? Real good quality, great quality. Goes dope with it. We also still got the OG black and white colors, but we got the new cream and coffee color ones as well. Tune in on that, man. We just working, we grinding. Tuesday, we back with another episode of the Wild,
Yes, sir.
Crazy, No Studio and Podcast. Every Sunday, you will catch us here.
Yep.
Conference call.
Indeed.
Probably try to get a guest or something next Sunday or something. Matter of fact, next Sunday we might be at the Riot event.
True.
So
Yeah, that's right.
So we might do something different. Get some blogging or something that we can drop for y'all live.
facts.
You know what I mean? And then
That'd be
recap
cool.
it for y'all because we do. Or we might try to do the episode earlier in the week. We'll figure it out with the team to see if it's a way possible to get y'all some content. But either way, next Sunday, if you don't catch us up here, you will definitely catch us live on the Riot stream.
That's right.
Watching the battles, tuned in, turned up, man. It's gonna be going
Yes,
on.
sir.
It's also another West Coast event, Magnitude going down, $10,000 on the line.
Ooh.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
For a lot of these up and coming West Coast artists and from different regions and stuff. So make sure just be in tune with what's going on over here, man. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Shout out Ruin Your Day. You know what I mean?
Always.
Tune in, man. Watch episodes. Going crazy, man. Lush got a new podcast.
man.
Check
Y'all,
that out.
You feel me? You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Ill Mac got a show. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna have to start tuning in, man. Ruin Your Day. Got some shit going. No Studio got some shit going, man. Y'all gotta make sure y'all tune in with us, man. Appreciate everybody that showed up. Super chats, all that. Everybody who looked out. Love, love, love. You know what it is, man. It's the conference call where the bosses meet. You heard?
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Let's get it.
Still standing. Chopper going off doing real damage. Left his brains on his bitch, getting real scandalous. Surgery look like the doc trying to peel cabbage. Savage. Say a joke for a nigga playing. Lie. Guns, 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 all I rap about. Yeah, little bitch, I air it out. Clear it out.